Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Allie and I make new true crime videos every week. If you haven't already, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my new videos. And let's jump right into our case for this week. This week, we are talking about a hotel that opened in Los Angeles, California in 1927. This hotel was home to many different patrons. There were just your normal hotel goers, and there were also lots of serial killers that liked to stay in this hotel. It was home to Australian serial killer Jack Unterweger, also known as the Vienna Strangler, and most notably it was home to Richard Ramirez, or you might know him as the Night Stalker. So the hotel that we're talking about this week is the Cecil Hotel. And the Cecil Hotel has been plagued with 16 non-natural deaths. And one of the most well-known of those deaths is Elisa Lam. And so that is the case that we are going to be talking about this week, Elisa Lam's case. So Elisa Lam was 21 years old and she lived in Vancouver, where she attended the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. And she was just a really bright young lady. She had lots of friends, she had a blog, she loved fashion. So she was just a really great young lady. Over the course of a few years, she wrote in her blog about her family life, her love of fashion, and she even wrote about her struggles with mental illness. She had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, and Elisa had been prescribed medications to help her cope with these illnesses. So Elisa decided that she wanted to take a trip on her own to California. So she did. She decided, I'm going to go. She left Canada and she set out on her own adventure to go to California. And she made a couple stops along the way, but she ended up in Los Angeles. She checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 28th, 2013. Originally, she booked a shared room on the hotel's 5th floor, but her roommates had complained to staff that Elisa's behavior was very odd. And so after a few days, I think 2 days, she was moved to her own room. So throughout her whole trip, Elisa had been calling her family religiously. She called her family every single day and talked to them and told them about all of her adventures and what was going on, and they said that she sounded really great. And so when she hadn't called them that last day, they started to get really worried. And so that's when they decided to take matters into their own hands, and they contacted the Los Angeles Police Department. So the police department came to the hotel and searched around and could find no sign of Elisa anywhere. She was missing from the hotel. In their efforts to find Elisa or find somebody that knew where Elisa was, the police decided to release video footage from the hotel's surveillance camera. The video shows Elisa stepping into an elevator, and once she gets inside the elevator, she starts to very carefully push every single floor button. She steps in and out of the elevator, poking her head out and looking around, and she appears to hide in the corner at one point, which is kind of spooky. And the end of the video shows Elisa stepping out of the elevator and standing by the left side of the door, and she's talking and she's gesturing almost like somebody is just right outside of the frame of the camera. But nobody was ever caught on the camera. The only person ever caught on film was Elisa. This video has gotten millions of views online, and web sleuths all over have lots of different theories as to what is going on with Elisa during this time. Lots of people speculate that maybe somebody is following her. Lots of people speculate that maybe it's ghosts. There are lots of different theories out there. However, psychiatric experts have come out and said that it actually just looks like Elisa is having a mental break from reality, and they said that this could be from her bipolar disorder. On February 19th, 2013, about 2 weeks after police had released the video of Elisa in the elevator, maintenance worker Santiago Lopez found Elisa's body floating in one of the water tanks on the roof of the Cecil Hotel. Lopez made this discovery after complaints from hotel patrons complaining of low water pressure, odd tasting, and discolored water. So because of all of these complaints, he decided to go up to the roof and check out the water tanks, and that is when he found Elisa's body. So no one is exactly sure how Elisa got to the roof and into the water tank. And I think that is why this case has gotten so much traction online, because nobody knows for sure what happened to her. The medical examiner did release the autopsy, and in the autopsy it states that Elisa was taking her medications for her mental illness, so she was taking those medications. They ruled her cause of death to be accidental drowning with an underlying cause of her bipolar disorder. So basically the medical examiner in the autopsy stated that it was just a huge accident. Kind of going back to what the psychiatric medical professionals had said, that it was just a break from reality because of her bipolar disorder, and she somehow ended up on the roof and got into the water tank and accidentally drowned. So Elisa's parents were not happy with this answer. A lot of people online are not happy with this answer too. Like I said, there are a lot of different theories as to what happened, but Elisa's parents were not happy, and so they filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the Cecil Hotel. A judge, however, ruled in the hotel's favor, saying Elisa's death was unforeseeable, and so the case was dismissed. So according to hotel staff, it would have been incredibly difficult for Elisa to get to the roof and into the water tank. Staff had said that you would have to go up an elevator, I think 15 floors, and then you would have to get through a locked door that had an alarm, and they said that the alarm would sound throughout the whole hotel if it was opened without the lock, without the key. And then they said, you know, she would have had to climb and get into the water tank on her own. However, from my research online and from other YouTubers that I've watched, a lot of people have said that it's really not that hard to get onto the roof. Somebody actually said, and I can't remember who said it, but they went to the hotel and they said that basically all you had to do was find this one fire escape, and it was unarmed, it was obviously not locked, and you could climb the fire escape and you could get to the roof. So that's probably what happened with Elisa. She probably climbed the fire escape, got to the roof, and ended up in the water tank. Elisa's death is one that captured the minds of internet sleuths 7 years ago and continues to stump many people. I think that the most probable answer is that Elisa had a psychotic break because of her bipolar disorder and somehow ended up on the roof. I think she probably climbed up that fire escape, ended up on the roof, and just climbed into the water tank and accidentally drowned. I don't think that it has anything to do with ghosts. I really don't believe that anybody was following her and that this was a murder. And I say that because there's just no proof of it. There's no evidence pointing towards somebody doing this to Elisa other than just her odd behavior in the elevator, which would coincide with a psychotic break. So that's really what I think happened. I think that unfortunately, I don't know if her medications just stopped working, if she maybe wasn't taking them or taking the correct dosages, and she had a psychotic break and ended up on the roof. However, many people do believe that it was a murder. Many people do believe that it was something supernatural. So I'm interested to hear what your theories are. What do you think led Elisa to the roof and ultimately to her death? Do you think that it was just a psychotic break? Do you think that it was somebody following her? Or do you think that it was something supernatural? Let me know in the comments down below. I am very interested and I would love to get a discussion going about this case. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you liked this video. It's the first video that I've done in about a month. I took a little break, but I'm excited. I'm back. I'm ready to go. I've got lots of cases that I'm working on right now. If you have any case suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can follow me over on Instagram and DM me on there. I've had lots of people do that. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up so that I know. If you haven't already, please subscribe, because I'm going to be making new videos every single week and I don't want you to miss those videos. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.